Are you worried about your window and door project turning into a long, drawn-out, costly mess?
Today we're going to talk about the 5 most common problems you may be facing and the fixes you can do.
And replacement is not always the answer.
But it may be easier than you think. Stay tuned. Welcome to Stay Glassy, episode 13. I'm Maria.
And I'm Duncan.
We're your go-to pros from Newman Windows and Doors and Newman Garage Doors.
Helping you make smart, stylish, and safe choices for your home.
Absolutely. So welcome to episode 13. Today we are going to get into some of those problems you may be facing with your windows and doors, possible fixes, and of course how to protect you and your future.
You've got problems? We got answers.
Yes, we do. But before we jump into our segment, how about we stop and address some of our viewer questions? What do you think?
Let's do it.
It is time for Glazed and Confused, where we answer real homeowner questions. Today, we are going to focus specifically on some of the common problems our viewers may be having and some fixes that could be really helpful. And of course, we are always going to try to stump Dunk.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think we need to continue speaking that way. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, question number 1. Why is there condensation in my window?
Okay, I have to define this into 2 sections. Single pane windows or dual pane windows.
Great.
Okay, so single pane windows, if you have condensation on the inside of your glass, that is because your aluminum frame and your single piece of glass is just about as useful as being outside. So when you have warm, moist air on the inside and the temperatures drop overnight and it's cold, that's what creates that condensation. The fix for that is new energy efficient dual pane windows. Now, if you already have older dual pane windows and you have condensation between the 2 panes, that's a different story. And there are 2 or 3 different scenarios. One is that you have 20 or 30-year-old dual pane windows that were put into aluminum frames with a rubber gasket, which was called a Christmas tree gasket. And every time you've opened and closed that window over the years, the sharp glass corners have broken through the rubber and the hermetic seal is broken and you have condensation between the panes. Newer dual pane vinyl windows that were maybe not great quality or something else was wrong, the seal is just gone and you have condensation between the panes. The fix for that is either replacement of the entire window, in the case of the old ones, because spending money to fix those old windows is like throwing it away.
Well, it's necessary.
It is necessary to replace those.
Really.
Yeah. On newer dual pane vinyl windows, you can replace just the glass, the dual pane unit, and that is less expensive than replacing the old window. The only downside is you do get a shorter warranty on that than if you replace the whole window.
Wow. I mean, that's fantastic. I mean, you know, there's always this conversation we hear between dual pane and single pane windows. So it's interesting to see the difference between the 2 and the situations or the problem that you may be facing. And of course, it's fantastic to know that even if I have dual pane windows, that maybe I don't have to do a full replacement.
Yeah. Each situation is unique and a good window company can guide you in the right direction.
Fantastic. Thank you. Question number 2. Why do my new windows leak when it rains?
Whew, that's a doozy of a question.
I know.
So, multiple possibilities here. Number 1, and the one that we see most commonly, is your windows were not installed correctly when the house was built. And that sounds really stupid, but the amount of times I've seen it in the short amount of time that I've been alive is incredible. The flashing is not done correctly underneath the tar paper. And so therefore, when the rain gets through the stucco, because stucco is porous, when it gets around the window, it actually goes in behind the paper instead of going over it and down the wall and outside of the bottom. So if you have that situation, a replacement retrofit window will not fix that problem. So the other problems could be if you have, let's say, replacement windows already and they leak, the caulking may have separated from the new frame to whatever your wall situation is, whether it's wood, whether it's siding, whether it's a trim around the windows or stucco. So that's a very important one to look at.
Wow. That's absolutely incredible, right? That you could have improper installation and really not even know about it until it's too late.
Yep.
Great information. Thank you. Question number 3, are sliding glass doors easy to break into?
Not if you have good ones. But if you have old sliding glass doors, they come with a myriad of problems and possibilities that after hearing this, you may not sleep as well if you have old doors. So one of the biggest problems that arose in the 1960s and 70s is there were several manufacturers of aluminum sliding glass doors that made them what I would call back to front. And what I mean by that is if the sliding panel is on the outside of the track, so when you open your door, the fixed panel is on the inside and the sliding panel is on the outside, anyone with a crowbar or a screwdriver can put it underneath your panel, lift it up, and literally lift it off the track.
Oh my goodness. You are kidding me.
There are tens of thousands of them still in people's homes. So take a look at your door and see if you have one of those. If you do, give us a call. We can help you.
Oh, absolutely. I mean...
Yeah, the locks were terrible. A little tiny piece of metal that sort of tried to grab a hold of the jamb to say you're locked. Again, anyone with a crowbar or a screwdriver can pry that off. New good quality sliding glass doors are very safe. The glass is a lot thicker than it used to be. The locking mechanisms are fantastic. Most of them come with strike plates that are very, very robust. Most of the new locking systems go both directions, so you can't jimmy the door up or down. And those locks are locked into the wall with 3-inch screws instead of 3/4-inch screws. So yes, if you don't have a new sliding glass door, it's time to upgrade.
Wow. Well, thank you for that. I mean, that's really scary to think about. And I know we talk about safety so much in our episodes, Savvy, of course, being our ambassador of safety, if you will. So, again, it's really important you work with a company that is able to direct you to giving you the right solutions for your particular situation so that you can have windows and doors that are not only stylish, but are safe too.
Experience really matters.
Yes, it does. Well, unfortunately, we haven't been able to stump Dunk. It's actually quite impressive, really.
It's a trend.
Okay, we'll go with it's a trend, if you'd like. Remember, everyone, you can visit our website, newmanwindows.com/stay glassy. Scroll to the bottom of the page, and you can enter some information and a question you may have, and you may be featured on our Glazed and Confused section, where you can stump Dunk. Okay, I think that it would be a good idea if we go sit down and answer some of the homeowner problems. How about we do 5 of the most common homeowner problems and some fixes?
That's a great idea.
All right, shall we see if our set does a little magic and makes into an intimate setting?
There's only one way to find out.
Let's go.
I'm not sure this is the intimate setting you were talking about.
Really? I'm quite comfortable, actually. All right, you don't look so comfortable. Let's try it again. All right, this is way more comfortable. What do you think?
This is much better.
Okay, thank you. So let's get into our segment, shall we?
Yes.
All right, well, you've got problems and we've got fixes.
We're going to talk about 5 common problems that most homeowners have and the solutions to help you fix them.
Absolutely. Now, there's plenty of issues that you may be facing, and just remember that you want to talk to your window and door specialist or a window and door specialist or expert to help guide you through maybe that problem or issue you are experiencing.
Exactly, Maria. Tell me about your problems.
This may be a while.
I have all day.
Well, I would rather not actually share all my problems. I appreciate you wanting to, but we'll pass. Problem number 1. Help! My window doesn't open.
Lots of reasons why windows don't open.
Okay.
If you have an older home, you could have windows that are painted shut. Yes, painted shut. That means that they were painted, and eventually the paint was stronger than the ability to open the window. Other times, we've seen windows that are nailed shut because they were broken, and instead of trying to fix them, someone just put some nails in them and said, I fixed the problem. You could have balancer problems if you have single hung or double hung windows where the mechanism that holds them up is broken, and so when you try to open the window, it just falls back down again. If you have sliding windows, your wheels could be damaged or broken or non-existent. The tracks could be worn out. So there are a myriad of possibilities, and they all have solutions.
Wow. I mean, it sounds like a lot of those issues that you're talking about are pretty common with older windows too, just because the materials sort of deteriorate as the window ages.
Yeah, they do. Even though there are fixes to these things, putting in new vinyl or fiberglass windows is a much better solution to your problem because you'll end up possibly getting a lifetime guarantee, the energy efficiency, and all of the good stuff that comes with new windows.
Amazing. Well, that is definitely a good reason and great fix for sure if your window doesn't open. All right, shall we get into the next problem?
Great idea.
Problem number 2. Help! My window is drafty and my furniture's discolored.
Just so I'm aware, are you going to keep on yelling at me like this?
Yes, I am.
Fantastic.
So in all seriousness, this is a very, very common problem with single pane windows. Can you explain a little bit about what's happening, what's causing this problem and maybe a fix or 2 or 3?
I used to say that single pane windows were designed to keep large animals from entering your home. Other than that, they're pretty useless. Glass is a very good conductor of hot and cold, and so is aluminum. And as these products age, they become loose in their frames, and the air just travels around the sides. That's what creates these drafty situations.
Got it.
When your furniture is discolored, have you ever noticed how with carpet or hardwood floors or draperies, that they look a different color, or maybe sometimes you've moved a piece of artwork and the wall looks a different color behind it. It's because the UV comes in through single pane windows and has no protection. Replacing with dual pane, energy efficient vinyl or fiberglass windows with low E coatings will dramatically change that. You can block 86% of the UV coming into your house, which will stop the damage happening to your flooring, your upholstery, your curtains, your artwork, and all of that. So it's a great, great, great upgrade.
That is absolutely incredible. I mean, it's shocking. And I know exactly what you mean. I mean, we've seen, some of our couches in, at times sort of fading and just not looking as bright, or maybe one part of the couch specifically that's closest to the window. So I definitely know that it can happen. But the noise reduction specifically, it's noticeable, right?
You'll notice that immediately.
Yeah, 100% you will notice that. Well, should we go on to the next problem?
Yes.
Problem number 3. Help! My window is fogged.
You're really doing this on purpose, aren't you?
Yes, I am. And it's a lot of fun. No, but I'm not. But I am.
Okay.
Okay, so what's your fix for fogged windows?
Two situations. One is if they are 20, 30, 40 years old and they are old original dual pane windows from early technology, my recommendation is that you replace the whole window. If you're talking about windows that were put in the 2000s and on, and the frames are in good shape, you can replace just the glass. They're called IG units. And we can take that out of the existing frame without damaging the frame and replace it with clear, non-fogged up glass. If you have if you have clear glass at the moment, you can, while you're doing that, upgrade to low E or low E max and get other benefits like UV blocking and all that at the same time. So it's a great fix for fogged units.
Wow. Well, I was a little foggy on the solution or the fix. But now I'm all clear.
I see right through you.
Okay, seriously, we need to stop this. It's ridiculous.
It is. I'm going to walk over here before you start talking about the next thing.
Problem number 4. Help! My sliding glass door is so difficult to open. Duncan, please come back in here and help me with the fix.
I'm so happy that you're enjoying yourself.
I gotta say, I really am enjoying myself, but I am glad you're back. It was lonely up here.
You ready for the answers?
I am.
Okay. So old sliding glass doors, they were just terrible when they were new. Thresholds, the aluminum thresholds, react with concrete, and the concrete corrodes the aluminum threshold from the underside. So sometimes you'll look at your threshold and you'll see holes in it. You can see through to the concrete. The wheels are worn out. The sliding door has been rubbing against the track for years, and it is like a workout program trying to open the door, right?
Yeah.
You see people using all of their strength and
Yes.
planting their feet and then getting inside the door and pushing their butt against the back of it to open it.
We have one of those right now.
Yeah, we're not supposed to tell people that. It's going to be replaced very soon. But yes, I deal with that every day.
I do too. Every time I have to go out that door.
And you do too. So you would be surprised at the efficiency, the absolute pleasure it is to have a new, beautiful sliding glass door with wheels that are amazing, with tracks that are easy to clean, with locking systems that are 100 times better than the ones that were done in the 60s and 70s, and reasonably priced. You'd be surprised. A sliding glass door upgrade is one of the best things you can do for your home, especially this time of year, getting ready for summer.
Absolutely, and thank you for that. My mom actually has lupus, as you know, and she had old doors. And do you remember how difficult it was for her to open them? Yeah. She couldn't even do it anymore. And, thankfully she got new doors, and it's phenomenal. It was an absolute game changer for her. Not only could she now open and close them, she could lock them because it was just that that single just, push and she locks the door, so she feels safer, and now she can operate them. So look, I know I look so strong.
Really strong.
But they are serious. I mean, it's a serious workout to try to open some of those doors. And the new doors just look so pretty, and they're so glidey.
I'm not sure that's a word.
It is for me.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think we should get to our final problem. What do you think? And this is one, by the way, I want to say that I think we should have a serious conversation about.
Why don't I believe you?
Problem number 5. Help! My front door is ugly!
I knew that was coming.
Oh, all my doors are ugly!
I didn't know that was coming.
No, but seriously, we talk about sort of that first impression, curb appeal, or just any problems that you might have with an older door. Can you talk about some of those fixes?
Yes. The best solution for replacing your ugly door is a new one. The upgrades are fantastic, and let's not forget that the front door to your house is the entrance to your castle. Come on.
For your princess, of course, or your queen.
Course. Yes. But come on, people. It's your biggest investment, your home. And people walk up and you got some ugly front door. It doesn't say much about your house. So the modern new doors, and when I say modern, I mean modern technology, classic, contemporary, it doesn't matter. The upgrades for new entry doors are fantastic, and they make your home look so much nicer. So fiberglass and steel are the most common new doors. You can do wood, of course. I wouldn't recommend doing wood unless you have a substantial overhang, 6 feet or more, because otherwise the sun will beat the heck out of it. But fiberglass and steel doors have a great ROI. They make your house look beautiful. The safety, the security, the options. Have you thought about doing a speakeasy where you can open the door and say, what do you want? Or, oh, you look nice, come in. Beautiful, beautiful options for new entry doors.
There really, you touched on it just so briefly, but there are so many incredible options out there. So it's definitely worth a phone call to talk to a window and door specialist about it. The sky's the limit. We've talked about this so many times.
Your castle deserves a proper entrance.
We say it all the time. Well, he does at least.
It's important. Are you done yelling now?
Are we getting a new front door?
No.
Are we getting any new doors?
Yes, we are.
Okay, I'll stop yelling for now.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, that wraps up the most common problems and how to fix them.
Yes, it does. All right, shall we go find our safety dog and see what Savvy has put together for us? See what kind of problem she's created for our viewers?
I'm sure she can't wait.
I can't wait. Let's go find her. Hi everyone, it's time for a safety tip from our favorite tail-wagging watchdog, Savvy. Hi, are you ready? She is ready. She is ready. She is on fire today. All right, Sav, what did you get for us? Let's see here. What is that? Does that look like a nail? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. This happens.
Really?
When old windows stop working, people decide to nail them shut. It sounds like a great idea to have the windows secure, but what happens if you need to get out of your house in the case of a fire or something? That's a real no-no.
Yeah.
So that's time for a replacement.
That definitely deserves a help.
But just one.
Just one.
Yes. Don't
right.
nail your windows shut. Not a good idea.
All right, got it. No nailing of the window shut. Well, thank you, Savvy. That was a very good safety video. We appreciate that. Are you looking at me? No, she's got something else on her mind.
She wants to say goodbye to her friends.
She wants to say goodbye. All right, well, thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.
Sam, look that way. Look that way. Bye. So Duncan, what's the one key takeaway for today?
I think the main takeaway is that you might have problems with your windows or doors, and there are more than one way to fix them. Full replacement is not always the answer. There are partial things that you can do, like replacing your IG units, that could be very cost effective to you. And also upgrading to dual pane windows, doors, entry doors is a really nice thing for your home.
Absolutely. I think the bottom line is what you want to make sure you do is you talk to a window and door expert, right? Because they're going to be able to really guide you and let you know what the best solution or fix is to your problem.
Yep. We are here for you.
Absolutely. Yes. Don't forget, actually, before we don't forget.
You mean like a before you forget?
Right. It's becoming more and more common for me, actually. So, but we're not going to go there because that's one of those problems that I didn't want to address in the beginning of the episode. So we're not going to address them now.
Okay.
But what we are going to address is our next episode. Do you know what we're going to talk about? No, he doesn't. It's okay. So we are going to dive into triple pane. Is it worth it or is it not? That's the question. Yes, your lips are sealed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. You can visit our website, newmanwindows.com/stay glassy if you want to see all of our past episodes and maybe submit a question for our Glazed and Confused section. We'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, everyone, stay classy
and stay glassy.